All right, welcome back. We're here now with the Megas. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Josh Breeding of the Megas, and
I'm Greg of the Megas.
And what do you guys do with the Megas? What's your role?
I sing and play guitar, and Greg here jams on the bass and does a little bit of singing himself.
Slapping the bass.
Slapping the bass.
Slapping the bass is always fun. All right, guys. Well, it's a real treat to have you guys here because we just actually interviewed Random, aka Mega Rant, and you guys. So it's like this super show that we're just trying to.
Awesome.
Exactly. We're trying to harness the power of Mega Man.
Awesome.
I heard from talking to him that you guys did a song together.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. We actually, was it last night or was it the night before? Feels like it was
Tuesday. Yeah, 2 nights ago on Tuesday we played. It was only the second time we've ever performed it together because he took our original demo of Metal Man and did a remix version of it and rapped over it for his for the first Mega Ran album.
I like to say that he corrected it.
Yeah, he filled in all the gaps, and then when we play it live, it's like, oh, this is so much better because there's not just like instrumental gaps. It's like everything's going on. So
that's all. Is there any way the fans could listen to that? Like, where can they find that?
It's on the first Mega Ran album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
His version is called I think it's called Boss Battle Metal Man. It's
You
like
heard
his
it here?
remix version.
Excellent, excellent. And you guys, how many shows did you perform this week so far?
We played Monday at the VGCharts.com party,
Yeah.
and then we played Tuesday at the West Coast Wig Out.
How did that go?
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Did you have a bunch of like Mega Man fans who were like, "Oh my God, it's Mega Man"?
Yeah, there was several Mega Man shirts in the audience. And
Yeah, looks of delight when they recognize the music. They're like,
Now, did you guys perform? From which album did you perform your songs?
Mostly from the Get Equipped album, the Mega Man 2 stuff. And then we played, I think, 3 Mega Man 3 songs.
So you debuted your Mega Man 3 songs at that show?
Yeah, we played our Sparkman song and our Mega Man 3 intro song. Part of it, at least, not the whole thing. And
That is awesome.
And then we played Wily 3-4 is like the newest song that we've been.
Now, of course, the follow-up question is, where can fans hear that?
You can definitely find the Sparkman song a lot of places on YouTube because we've played it at a bunch of shows. And then you can find the Mega Man 3 intro song on YouTube also sometimes. That one's called History Repeating, so if you Google that.
or One Last Time, people call it.
Yeah. Yeah,
The community is naming your songs for you.
I don't think anybody's decided on what the title is.
we don't even know what the title is yet, so we're figuring it out. But I think there might be a video somewhere of the Wily 3-4 song. But
That'll take some heavy Googling.
yeah. So far we're trying to keep that one a little bit hidden.
Well, I'll tell you what. If with your guys' permission, I could after the show find the links and set them up for you guys to check out.
Yeah.
Great.
Is that cool?
Absolutely.
All right. And now, when I first heard your Mega Man 2 album, Get Equipped, the whole thing is sort of like an opera format. There's like a whole story to it, much more than in the game itself.
Right.
Now, how do you do that? Like, do you sit down and go break down the game individually into the different songs? Do you start off with the beats? Like, how does that process work out?
Actually, yeah, we do sit down and talk a lot about it, and a lot of it involves, because we want to pull as much from the game as possible too, and stay true to the subject matter.
Yeah.
So it's only adding. We try not to change or take away anything. So certain things like Metal Man stage or like Airman stage, for instance, we'd sit around discussing. We're like, okay, so the guy's up in the sky. He's a big fan. Like, what does this guy feel?
He must be lonely.
Yeah, and a lot of it also comes from when we start transcribing the song and coming up with verse-chorus sort of format for it. The feel of the song helps too. Like with Quickman, I think originally when we were writing down lyrics, I think he was going to be a race car driver or something. We're like, he's fast. He's But then when we played the song, it kind of had this like Old West vibe to it. And
I'm so glad you guys went with that version.
Yeah, it just sort of. Yeah, we are too. But,
Yeah, and we were super into the Dark Tower at the time. Are you familiar with those?
The Stephen King? Yeah,
books?
yeah.
We were like all like super into it at the time, so we were like, oh sweet, let's like incorporate some Dark Tower themes into it. Like,
I see it now.
Like
yeah.
we got the Man in Blue instead of the Man in Black. And
Yeah, we were talking to somebody yesterday about it, and he was like, I just found out you guys were pulling from the Dark Tower. And so now he has to go read all the books.
Oh, that's a lot of books.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I don't know. You could probably read the summaries, and you'd get the idea.
Well, no, I mean, not to go off topic much, but I mean, you have the main series and then all the connected world books. It's a lot of books. But no, that's cool. That's something I didn't know myself.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then the Mega Man 3 album, it's almost more rock opera-y. Like there's definitely more of like a character arc from the beginning to the end of the album, especially with like your main characters of Mega Man and Dr. Light, and introducing Proto Man into the mix and all that kind of stuff.
I think the interesting thing about Mega Man 3 is less like Mega Man 2. I felt like we had to add a lot of story and like kind of come up with things. And 3, we're struggling. I feel like there's not even enough music to actually fit in the story.
Wow.
Because it's like you got Proto Man, you got like Gamma, and you got like you introduce Rush for the first time, and so. You know, if you just give each of those characters, we don't have a song for each one of those things, so you have to figure out a way to like, okay, so we have to mention Rush, and then Proto Man. I mean, Proto Man is Mega Man's brother. That's huge, and so.
So, can we expect his song to be epic?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You can expect his song to maybe be multiple songs as well, just because he's too good of a character to like only give one song to. So.
That's pretty awesome. We're all looking forward to that. Is there any? I mean, I don't know if you guys have a release date or any kind of window yet, or.
We definitely we always
no pressure there.
We always announce like release time frames and then completely lag on getting it done. So
why don't you shoot for, you know, a relaxed date?
We always think it's a relaxed date.
Yeah, like late last year we were like, it's gonna come out sometime in 2010. It could be early, it could be late, we don't know. And now we're halfway through 2010 and we're like, 2011 maybe. Maybe by the end of this year. If we kind of we go in like phases where all of a sudden we get a bunch of stuff done in a few weeks, and we write and record a bunch of stuff, and then we don't even talk about the megas for like a month and a half, and then we're like, all right, we got a show coming up, let's get everything back together and kind of get the ball rolling again.
Well,
so.
I'll let you guys slide away from that then. That's fine.
I will say that that next month we're playing at Nerdapalooza in Orlando.
So it's random, right?
Indeed. And we're really aiming to power through a bunch of stuff and have some kind of new music available. Not the full Mega Man 3 album, but some kind of a teaser.
Very cool. Very cool. We're looking forward to that. Now, one final question that I had. So you had Get Equipped, and then you released Get Acoustic. Have you noticed a divide in fans, or have you figured, like, are they pretty much on board with the acoustic version, or is there any split like that?
I think people, for the most part, everyone loves it, and I think we sort of treated it as a correction to Get Equipped, because when we did Get Equipped, we put a lot of love and time into it, but we were just learning how to record, and with Get Acoustic, we were like, oh, we're a lot better at this now. So it was kind of it was a service to the old album, but at the same time like a remix. So I don't think there's been a divide, but people we're definitely surprised and delighted with it. On our forums, actually, there was a kid who started this whole story thread attached to it, saying that it's actually sung from the point of view of all the resurrected robots on the left.
I read that, yes.
It was hilarious. We were like, wow, that's exactly what it's about.
I was when I first listened to it, I was a little confused from the point of view, too, at the very beginning. Because I think one of the songs is actually told from an outside point of view, and I think that's Crash Man?
Oh, well, not necessarily. Well, it switches point of views like, periodically, so we don't want to... Crashman, there's been a lot of debate over that song, and we kind of don't like to give you the answer. And also, I feel half the time we disagree on what the.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
I think Eric posted on our forums what Crashman was about, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's what it's about," and I completely disagreed.
Oh well.